GFN On, our weekly show about all things GeForce Now related. We were actually going to cancel this tonight because there's nothing to talk about. So, or is there something to talk about?
Oh, we've had a few bits that I'm sure we've got enough just to cover, a little bit of a show.
Okay, so before we do that, we will say thank you to tonight's sponsor. Thank you to channel member Raven Anime. So there we go. We are here. We're ready to rock, and we are going to be talking some GFN. Kelly, how are you?
Tired, but excited.
Tired, but excited. Why are you excited?
It's GFN Now. How can you not be excited on GFN Now?
Exactly. That is what we're wanting here. Come on.
Yes.
And Barry, what about your good self?
Yeah, really, really good. It's been a busy couple of days for us, but absolutely, it's great for kind of us to be at that point where the news is out there, and it's just super exciting. We're going to talk about it. I'm not going to say any more. How about you? How are you doing?
I am awesome as normal. It's another fun day in GFN Land where we talk about games, and some more games. And I turn about this music down a wee tad there because I think it was a bit loud. Not as loud as the other music, but it was a bit loud.
What, you go deaf in your old age?
I am going deaf in my old age. What are you going to say? Go on, Kelly. Say something.
You and your loud music, it's like boom, boom, boom.
Yes, I have got the best taste in music.
No, definitely not. See, when I put on that car and your music's like attached to it, it's just like boom, 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 boom. Doesn't work.
See, it depends what mood I'm in. It's always.
It's usually boom, boom, boom.
It's all usually boom, boom, boom. You get into the trance bit when okay, we'll get off the music talk. Get off the music talk here, people.
I know, see, you're getting sidetracked.
Yes.
Come on, already being sidetracked. Could you focus?
Focus. Yes, I actually do need to focus because I need to upload something here while we're talking and running the show. Yeah. No,
he's done it. He's broken it.
I've broken it. Show. No! I forgot to upload it. Remember I said I haven't put the camera on?
Yep. The thing that you've done to get the camera on is you've lost it. Yep.
Yeah, I've lost it now. But we will talk about that anyway. We'll make it you to run it for your stream. Because it'd be easier for you to run it through your stream than it would be for me.
I'm sure I can do that.
Yes, at the end we're going to go through every single free-to-play game on GFM. We've got a wee video just to highlight all the different free-to-play games because.
Well done to Barry for doing that.
Exactly. I think we should move on because I think we could be here for a bit here tonight. If anybody has got any questions in the chat. About
don't
the
ask
news.
Duncan.
Yes, don't ask me. If anybody's got any questions in the chat, we will try and answer them to the best of our ability. We have one of Sean already, which we will come to. If we have got that answered.
Yep,
so
we have indeed.
Let's kick this off. Oh, there we go.
You did it!
Yes, he's back on form with the buttons.
I've got the button. I'm hitting the right buttons here now. Isn't that good? Let me see. I think I need to do two wee things here. I need to. No. I need to retweet this tweet, and I need to drop something somewhere as well. You know what I'm like. I'm good at all this organization. But anyway, on with the show. GFN have dropped some big bombshells today, and I don't think you can underplay what they are doing. Basically, if you have missed the GFN news, here it is in all its glory. There is a new tier coming to GFM where you'll be able to play on an RTX. Oh, and there we go.
Yes, we've had another live camera drop.
Yes. Yes.
I love it
And
when that happens.
Shut up, you. RTX 3080 tier where you'll be able to get, obviously, as I said, it's an RTX 3080. Not only that, you'll be able to play up to 1440p at 120 FPS. Yes, you're hearing the 120 FPS right there. And you will, they are lowering the latency on the service as well. We have done an absolute stack of videos in this today. Don't know what's happening, Kelly, there. Is it a ticket that I have the headphones uncharged?
No,
No.
I was getting a drink. Is that okay?
No.
You've drunk most of my juice. I've got like 2 left, and you've drunk them all.
I think Kelly
dear.
forgets I can kick her out any time.
Kick me out all you want.
Look at the cheek! Look at the cheek! So where was I? We've got a number of videos talking about each of these features, but we'll kick this off anyway. Kelly, we've gave our reactions of it, but we will reiterate our reactions of it. What was your reaction to this news?
It's GFN, so like, I don't know.
You're not excited.
It was too much.
It was too much for you to compliment.
Yes, it was
You were
just too
going,
much.
oh my
It
god!
was too much.
It was too much.
Yes, I needed to break it up a wee bit.
We needed to break it up. Lucky enough, on Cloudy with a Chance of Games, we did break up the news into different videos, which Barry has done an absolutely amazing job of there, breaking up the different news. So we'll start. And there it goes again.
Oh my god, the phone's going to get broke.
It is going to get broke.
Oh dear, 2 in 1 show. Come on, see if you can make it a
Probably
hat trick later on.
It probably will. I'm blaming Kelly.
nobody's
She's going to
wearing
be
a
all
hat.
animated
Nobody's wearing a hat to throw at you.
for the hat trick. Oh my goodness. I'm just paranoid about the camera. I'm keep on looking up there.
Oh my god, just concentrate what you're doing.
Behave.
You behave.
Yeah, I was talking to the
She's going to
camera.
be sitting
Behave.
going like that now.
Yes. Basically, what NVIDIA have done, they have made these things called SuperPods. Shall we bring up our little captions here? Will these captions work with all this going on here? And see if I get the right one. Nope, that's not the one I was.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, it is Merry Christmas time.
It's
It's a gamer's
Halloween.
Christmas with today's announcement.
No, it's Halloween.
Oh, there we go. We've lost ourselves a bit there, but yeah, to enable all this GFN, the 3080 series, they have made the most powerful gaming supercomputer ever built with 39,000 teraflops. Big scary numbers, which I'm not going to say.
Yeah.
Kudu
I was wrong.
cores. And I will just mute Kelly there for a wee second. And also there is nearly 9,000 CPU cores. Barry, what does this mean for stupid people like me?
The best way to say it is they're bringing the kind of the most powerful, highest performance experience to your gaming ability in the cloud. That's the simplest way to say it. Yes, it is big numbers. It's graphical processing. Processor processing in the traditional sense of a CPU, and everything that kind of goes with it. They are just absolutely bringing their A game, and it is it's a whole load of power under there. That's the easiest way to look at it, really. And Duncan's on mute.
Duncan is on mute. Basically, what they're doing is they've just made this big, massive, super massive computer which they can actually push stuff out there and allow people to have these 3080 series. Well, there's your hat trick.
Yes. God, we're not even 10 minutes in. Give this boy the
Yes.
match ball.
Yes, give me the match ball and everything. I don't know what is going on here tonight. They know it's a big night, and then we've got lots to talk about.
No,
It's
do you know
just
what it is? It's showing you need to get a webcam for down there.
show up. The phone's better quality.
It really isn't.
Oh
It's
my
not
goodness.
an iPhone 13.
Yes. Look at this. It's just annoying.
Continue.
I don't know where I am.
You were at 3080.
3080. Yes, 3080s. So you'll be able to push this to its limits here. We've got some videos up there with the screenshots where you can actually see the differences. Kelly, I know when you've seen the screenshots, you actually notice a difference because you're actually playing along in the game. And you notice it.
What game am I playing along?
What game did you play at the weekend on GFN? You're going to go
Stranger. No, Life is Strange.
Life is Strange.
Yep.
Life is Strange. Do you notice a difference in the screenshots?
Oh, yes, you showed me the shots and they're like a lot sharper and like a lot brighter, and you could notice things more around it. So you did.
Yep. So there is a bit of a difference there. We're going to be taking in your questions. So if you've got any questions, just drop them in here as we go along. If we don't, we will try and get the answers for you. Next bit here is the pricing, and I know there is some talk about the pricing of it, and it is $100, £90, €90, or was it 100
99
euros?
€99, £89.
Yeah. If you are a founder, you get 10% off that, and Warlock or Sean, I'm still old school there. We did get this confirmed. If you move on to the new tier, whatever you have paid up will be it's taken off, or it is taken in the account, so you may get it cheaper for it. So that is absolutely great to hear that. What do we think? Look at this. This is pushing everything up here. What do we think of the pricing? Do we think it's fair? Do we think it's too high? Do we think it's even too low? What do we think of the new pricing model where it's $100, £90 for the 6 months?
Right, how much do I pay for it at the minute?
What do you pay for it at the moment is £5 a month.
But I don't pay £5 a month because I pay that over 6 months.
Yes, so
it's like £24 I pay.
Yeah, about 25. Yeah.
No, because that's what came out of my bank account. So it'll be like triple the price or 4 times the price.
Yes.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. So you're not too happy with the price?
No, because if I'm only paying £5 at the minute, that's just mad.
Okay, even with all the extras?
Even with all the extras. I'll just pay it on yours.
Yes.
Because obviously you're going to get it.
Yes, I know. Barry, what about you?
I think I can certainly understand maybe where people's concerns are over the cost, but I think when you compare everything in terms of if you were to actually try and assemble a computer to get anywhere close to the power that it's delivering, it would be very difficult for what you'd pay for that service in a year. You'd probably struggle to maybe buy even one component for what you're likely to pay, for this tier over the course of 1 year. And of course, the quality that it brings is we know exactly what it's bringing. It is bringing the highest performance, into the cloud, and that's a kind of a premium that you, to a degree, have to have an element of understanding that you are going to have to pay for. One of the things I actually noticed when I was recording one of the videos, I think it was actually how to upgrade in the web. And now, as a founder for life, I'm the same. I'm paying the monthly one. But I actually noticed that if you actually go for the priority across here in the UK, if you pay for the 6 months, it's $89.99. So if you are not already a founder and you're a priority member, this new tier isn't actually really any more expensive. It's the same sort of value. It's just kicking it up a gear in terms of performance.
Yeah, I will talk about what I feel about the pricing. I think the pricing is absolutely fair. To be honest, I don't want to give them ideas, so I'll say this quietly. I think they could have charged a bit more for this.
Oh my
My
god.
God,
Right,
yes,
but if you think about it, right, when all people like have like all their other subscriptions, and then you have your normal bills and your house bills, it's all going up.
yes, I know what you're saying here, but this is a premium sort of product, and I think they could have probably, if they
Is it Marks
wanted
and
to,
Spencers?
yes, basically, this is a premium sort of product, and they probably could have charged a bit more for it, and people would have been paying. I'm not talking another $50. I'm talking another like $20 or $30, and people would have done this. But I think they wanted to keep it under the $100 mark, which is probably the psychological barrier. The value in this is absolutely unreal. You are going to be playing on a PC close to $2,000 worth with all, when you put all the components in together. So the pricing is, for me, it is absolutely fair, and I think it's actually pretty good value for what you're going to be getting. If you compare out there, if you're going to buy this and not have it in the cloud, if you're going to have this local, you would be paying a ton more. So yes, I think the pricing is fair. The pricing will not be for everybody, just like Kelly has said, because this is a premium product. The middle tier, which is the priority, I think is where most people will probably end up until they get hooked in and go, oh my goodness, I want more, 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 more. Again, I think people will get access to this down the line. I think when the 40 series comes out, we're probably going to see this move down a tier. So the priority members and founders who are using that will eventually get this. So it is very, I think the pricing is good. So we'll move on to next stuff, because we've got so much to actually cover here. Basically, the performance for people who want to know roughly where it measures up. It measures up about 3 times the power of the Xbox Series X. So we're talking major power here. One thing I do want to get Barry to cover here, because he actually describes it well. I'm very lazy when I describe it. I'm just saying G-Sync for the cloud. It is the adaptive technology that they're using. Just very briefly, what does that mean? And this will be available to everybody, no matter if you're on the free tier or on the 30 series.
Yep, I mean, your description in essence is right, Duncan. The G-Sync for the cloud is a really good way of looking at it. Obviously, if you don't know what G-Sync is, it's effectively that where it connects kind of what's outputting your image and matching it up and detecting what that kind of what that frame rate is and the hertz rating on your monitor. It detects them and then it kind of brings it into sync, just so that it gives you a much smoother performance. It eliminates things like screen tearing, kind of drop frames, all those sorts of things, so that your overall performance is much better.
So G-Sync for the cloud. So Kelly, do you want to know anything more about that, or have you got any questions about that?
No,
Do you
understand.
I
understand.
You understand? Yes, I'm just making sure.
If I had a question, I would tell you.
Yeah, I know you would. Look at that. Look at the cheek I get here straight away.
You never get any cheek from me. Barry,
Never,
why are you being cheeky to him?
It's my turn, I guess.
Yes. Okay. We're going to take questions as we go here. Would it not make more sense to buy a console for $500? It all depends on what you're looking to do. The power of this new setup, it is three times more powerful than the Xbox Series X, so you're going to be getting more power there, and you would be you don't have to worry about the upgrades and the maintenance and all that sort of carry on, and the electric bill will be less. There's so many of these side benefits as well. But the consoles are there for a reason, because they're nice ease of use. Again, this is a premium sort of spec. So if you're looking just to be ish, I'm going very ish here at the moment of the consoles, because it's all sort of relative. The middle tier, the founders tier, or the priority one would probably be best for you, not this 3080 series. Yes?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the way I kind of look
Or
at
no?
it is... No, I agree with what you're saying. I mean, I think the way I look at it, that £500 value means that you could pay for the RTX tier for 2.5 years before, to the point where you've then you would have output the same amount of money that you spent for then a $500 console. At which point, in those 2.5 years, you've had a whole load more power than you would have from that £500 console.
Yes, I'm going to nick Barry's phrase, I'll let Barry say his phrase, but he came off with.
It's all right, you can nick it. You go for it.
You say it, because the people will probably think it's me, but it's actually you very coined this one.
I said that this was this was an update for the gamers. It's it is the gamers update.
Yeah, the gamers update. For people who don't really play PC games, gamers feel that the sweet spot for gaming is 1440p and the frame rate as high as possible. And this is where Nvidia are sticking this. 1440p, 120 FPS. I think that's where they're going to try and get as many games as possible. So this is the gamers update. And the phrase which Nvidia is using, and I think this is trying to appeal to the widest sort of audience possible, is bring your own library with you. You do not have to go out there and buy a new one. If you've got any games in Steam, they will work. If you claim your Epic free games, a lot of them are on GFN as well. There is 94 free-to-play games on GFN, and I know this because I've just done a flipping video about this, and I've got every single one. And we can see at the end, there is so much variety of the games on GFN, and it is just absolutely great to see. Speaking of games on GFN, look where we're going. 20 minutes. We've wrapped that up pretty quick. If you want to get more details on this actual upgrade, me and Barry have a 50-minute talk on it, where we just go through it in nearly with a fine tooth comb, and we also break down. If you just want to hear more about the adaptive V-Sync, you want to see what the screenshots look like and things like that, go check out our channel, because we've actually got an absolutely ton of that. Well.
So, I was just seeing the suggestions that are coming up in the chat there.
Yeah, well, what's Barry's breakdown? Yes, I think that would be absolutely amazing, because I think he breaks the stuff down really well. I'm too, I'm too brief. I don't explain myself too well. Yeah. Pre-orders are open now. If you haven't went in and pre-ordered and you want to, or you're even thinking about it, I would go in and do it now, because these are going to be limited and you just don't know when they're going to be coming available again. I will touch on this really, really quickly. Again, we were trying to move on a wee bit. The reason why I think they are going for the 6-month package is to make sure people who are really, really invested in GFN and they know they are going to be playing on GFN, they know that they're going to put the money towards it. They are going to get it first. It's not this for the people getting this access to this first. I think, in my opinion, I'm not this is just me saying this. It is for the people who they know will be wanting to play it, and they're not going to go in. I just want to try it for a month, then drop out. They just want the commitment because this is limited numbers. What do you think about the 6 months thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's from what you've said that I think there's an element of truth in what you've said. Eddie said in the chat they did exactly the same thing with the founders plan, and I think it is really about trying to get that element of commitment from people. We see it with the subtype thing all the time. You can buy your subs annually, and I think that they just want that level of buy-in from people that are using the service.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have also got some more updates here as well. Again, this has been a big day. There is the adaptive sync technology that it should be giving people more smoother gaming. We've touched on that. Again, we've got the description there. Also, here is the interesting one, and Edge support is now. You can now play on Edge. I'm just double checking something. I'm just seeing Xbox have just released this. I'm just seeing if it's included in this one update. I don't think it is. The big question going forward, will we be able to play GFN on Xbox because of this Edge support? I think that is going to be a real good question in the coming weeks. Can we actually do this? I think Nolan Cloud Gaming Extreme, they're probably going to try and get that worked out probably today or tomorrow to test that. But that's an exciting sort of one there.
Yeah, I think it just opens it up, doesn't it? Because obviously, of course, there are a variety of browsers out there that people like to use, and of course, with the changes they've made to Microsoft Edge, it's becoming a lot more popular, and it's a lot more common for use. So they've obviously seen that, and then they've kind of put that into that beta to be able to use it on PC for now, which is definitely something to watch though, as to whether you're able to kind of further down the line, whether you'll then be able to kind of utilize that on the Xbox.
Caseball, yes, I will send you the link later. We'll drop the link in the chat shortly. Now we get on to the fun bit, our favorite part, and we get to talk about games for a while. And there's a small game in New World from Amazon Games. I'm going to hold my hands up. I admit when I get things wrong. I didn't think there was a hope of this game coming to GFN. And I think if you ask most people out there, they would probably say the same. I am in absolute shock that New World has came to GFN. Barry?
Yeah, I think I think most people really are in shock at the fact that that's dropped onto the service. I don't think it's not where you would have anticipated it kind of dropping into the cloud, but I think it is the.
I'll say it. We think we all were expecting it to go to Luna before it, and it would be a Luna exclusive. I'll just say it. I think there's no point beating around the bush. It should have. You would think it would have been on Luna before it would hit anywhere else, if it was to hit anywhere else.
Yes, yeah, definitely. But the fact that it has found a home in the cloud on GFN, I think with kind of the infrastructure that they've got, and then clearly that kind of that new tier going forward, it's an excellent way to showcase the game. That isn't going to completely and utterly kind of destroy your computer every time you want to try and play New World, because it is pretty resource hungry, to be able to run it and to run it well.
Yeah. Okay, we will start onto these games now. Kelly, you like this part now, don't you? Yeah. You don't really like the geeky sort of stuff at the beginning.
Well, I don't know what New World is, so you can continue.
I can continue now. Okay. The first game is a new game, and it is launching day and date, and it is Disciples Liberation. So we'll do our usual. Yeah, I've got it muted. It's always good. And it is an RPG, strategy, dark fantasy, tactical RPG as well. It has literally just released today. It's got 11 positive reviews so far. So what are we thinking about this? We haven't really seen much yet.
It looked like a dungeon.
Yes. Oh,
With whips and chains.
Don't you get too excited now.
Oh dear.
Try not to.
But it's like an old school RPG.
Yeah, it's certainly got that look and that feel about it from kind of what we're seeing in the trailer there. I think the price point that it's at, I mean, it's not necessarily something I'd be diving in at, but I think that price point.
What price point? There's 2 price points.
Well, there is 2 price points. You're quite right.
For the same game. What's going on there?
Why is there 2 price points?
Surely that second one's got to include the soundtrack or something.
Yeah, they just haven't got it updated, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly, what do you think of this game, bar being like with dungeons and whips and chains and all that sort of
It just
carry
looks
on?
like a game for you.
I get thrown under the bus all the time. That looks like
Does
a game.
it not look like a game for you?
Any game you don't like? Oh, it's a game for me.
Is it a game that you would play?
Probably.
So then, was I or was I not correct?
You were incorrect.
Okay. You're not allowed to talk no more. Oh my god, please don't do that. You're allowed to talk.
It's got its Steam trading cards there, so we'll have a quick look at the screenshots there. Yeah, this would be a wish list for me rather than a buy straight away, so I will chuck it onto my wish list. And yeah, 50 achievements. That's too many achievements for my liking. And
you like achievements,
I'm
so why is
just going
that
to
too
say,
much?
what you want about? You love shiny things and achievements and this, that, and the other.
Yeah, it is real interesting. This, and your mama knows we will come on to that question afterwards. I will speak about that, I think, or maybe not. So far we're just saying this is a game for me.
Yeah, I think I was going to use a phrase, but I think in the context I won't use it, so I'll say it's a wait and see from me.
A wait and see. No, it's not even a wish list. The next one is
Helion.
Helion. Yeah, I'll let you say that. It is a free-to-play game. Did I have this on my list?
You better have this on your list.
No, you won't have, will you? Oh.
Was it that shocking? Was that shocking that you had to do that?
Yes. I don't know what happened. It's no longer staying up. What?
Oh dear. He's well and truly broken it tonight.
It has been well and truly broken.
Did you break your phone?
No, I don't know what's going on. It's just going nuts.
It's telling you need a webcam for down there.
I know.
Zero says you need some Viagra.
Oh dear. While you're doing that, Duncan, I'm going to very quickly pick Anthony's question up because he's asked when will the GeForce NOW upgrade be available. So for founders, for the next week, you can get those, the kind of the pre-order requests in to kind of try and get it reserved, and then it will be rolling out in North America in November. And then for the EU, it's then going to be rolling out after that. So we're going to go through a similar process where you'll be able to register in November, and then EU access is due to be arriving in December.
I've still broken it.
Oh, he really has broken it. He's well and truly broken it.
I'm blaming Kelly.
Because it can't. Oh, well, no, I'm not. I'm staying out of it. I'm staying out of it. I'm not saying anything.
You're gonna get kicked, so he is.
Oh dear. So, Kelly, obviously, the trailer's running in the background for Ilion. As Duncan's discovered, it's a free-to-play game that he may well have missed out from his montage.
It can stay missed out. The way I'm feeling at the moment.
Stop huffing! Oh my god! It wasn't the game's fault. It was your fault.
It was your fault.
No, this looks like a weird game.
Oh dear. It looks like a weird game.
Yeah, it looks like a weird game.
We're saying it's not one for you.
No, but I might try it just to see. Oh, but we'll see.
It's got bows and
Since it's
arrows.
free. No, I don't want to play it then. No.
Don't like, but
No.
we've been through this. Get to a bow and arrow and Kelly's out. I'm done.
Yep. Can't work game things. They're just like awkward.
Dear oh dear. That's interesting. Raven in the chat saying it was going to be a pay-to-play game, but they've changed it. I mean, certainly, I think being free-to-play, I think it's fair to say the age-old. Hey, there he is. He's
I
back.
fixed it. It won't fall down now. I've just.
That's it, Will.
Oh dear.
It
If you
won't.
stuck it in with blue tack.
Yes. I got the sticky back plastic and all going as well.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, being a free-to-play game, it's something that I'll try just to kind of gauge my opinion on it and kind of see how it lands with me, really. Duncan?
I don't want to. With it being a MMORPG, I think there's too many of them kicking about, as we're going to be coming to later. But with this being free to play, it should be decent enough to actually give it a try at some stage, because it is free to play. It hasn't got great reviews, but with it being one of them types of games, which I'm not going to say again, they always seem to get review bombed nearly. And it takes a couple of weeks or even a couple of months for it to all sort of settle down again. So with that, don't be taking too much notice of that. After a couple of weeks, give it a bit of a look, unless it's saying something really bad. There's 85 hours in record, so I think he or they're
He's happy with it.
Yeah, they're happy with it there. So again, them reviews are going to be all over the show, as we're going to see with like New World. New World got absolutely slated on Steam when it first launched, but it has absolutely a massive numbers. Okay, next up is we have got the trial week, where you can actually play Riders Republic for free for 4 hours. I'm going to give this a try later when it becomes available. Is it available yet? The last time we checked, it wasn't. It was the were Science of Life.
Still looks like, unless my GFN app needs a refresh, it still looks like it's having some maintenance done at the moment.
Yeah. Yes is your answer. More than likely, we wouldn't have the whole specs, but yeah, because it's on GFN, you will be able to tweak it. So you may have to lower the specs to get the 1440 and 120, or you could have them all running. It all depends on the game. Sorry, that's that question there. Oh, no. That was Raven answering it as well. Basically, yes, you should be able to play it in 1440p at 120 FPS. So it's going to be fun. And my GFM app is updated, by the way. So that's what took it so long to actually go. And I forgot to write down the things there. It's still currently patching, so yep. It's still not available for us. So Barry, are you going to give this a try?
Yes, I am. I played it in beta, and obviously, it's launch week next week. But I think you'd be crazy not to get your hands on it for those few hours whilst they've given the trial week. You know, the game itself is fun, and I'm really looking forward to us being able to do a cloudy play along on it, because I think those mass races will just be carnage. Kelly will take us out on a set of skis, you know, a road bike, an off-road bike, a
Just everything you
jetpack,
can think
literally
of.
everything.
Yes, Kelly, what about you?
Well, I'm going to give it a try to see how many people I can take out. Why would you not do these things? Like, what's the point in playing a game and not taking anybody out? We didn't understand you there because we're mute.
Probably better or something. Oh, hi! You're meant to race people, not dip and knock them off the bikes and stuff.
Oh, right. See how you win is by taking them out and getting on the bike quicker than they do.
Yes.
They should have achievements to see how many people you can take out at once.
Really?
Yes. That would be such a cool achievement to have.
Oh, Colin, what do you mean? But I've read for the upgrade on GFN and they've accepted, but you're saying it's not. Which is it?
Oh, okay. I think that's because the initial information was that it was going to be pre-order for North America to be then released November, but potentially by the sounds of that, it's kind of registration globally. It's just that it will roll out in November or December, depending whether you're in North America or the EU.
Yeah. So when we were recording the videos, some of the information has been slightly updated. We were just trying to get ahead of things. But when we're talking, there's been some minor wee bits and bobs which have been changed. So we apologise for that, for any sort of confusion there. So I think we're all going to give Riders Republic a bit of a blast at some stage over the next week.
Definitely.
Yep.
Just on the broader point of Riders Republic, that is the sort of game we're probably going to see more and more out from Ubisoft to get people hooked into Ubisoft Connect or Ubisoft Plus even, so that you don't have to keep on buying your games. That we're going to be seeing that with Assassin's Creed. We're going to be seeing this with all their games going forward. They're going to have a hook, so you pay your subscription there. So just keep an eye on that. So if you're going to maybe have a look at that, it may be worth doing that subscription for a bit just to give it a bit of a go. And then you get access to all the other games.
What is Road Rush? Road Rash?
Road Rash is you're on a motorbike and you're racing people on a motorbike.
Yeah.
And you can punch and kick them.
Oh, that would be so cool!
Could you imagine that with Ride 4?
Oh, that would be ridiculous, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Ride 4 is that game we were looking at, which is in Port Rush.
Oh, they have the Northwest on it? That would be really cool.
Yes. That's something we're going to talk about at the end. And everybody in the chat, I want you to have me thinking about this as well. I'll just put it out there, then I'll remember. What games would you want to see or try on the 3080s when they become available? Because I think it's going to open up the doors to a load of these old games where you could actually get them maybe remastered of a sort, because you're going to be upping them into all sorts of different ones. So what games do you want to actually see tried out in this going forward? Okay, we'll move on to the next game. It is a game which it's a game already on the service, but this is the sort of stuff we like to see, and it is Rise of the Tomb Raider is now available on the Epic Games Store. Speaking of which, we have to talk about the Epic Games Store, so lucky we're here. This is the 20-year celebration edition where you get all the funky stuff and all the DLCs and all that sort of carry on. Kelly, Rise of the Tomb Raider, what do you think about that?
I have overplayed this game. I don't know what you're saying because, like, you're muted.
I can't even remember what I said.
Well, I said I've overplayed this game, so like,
Yeah, you've played it on basically everything like twice or maybe 3 times.
yes. So I don't think I should like play this game and should have an opinion on this game because like I have really overplayed it. I think that's my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. What I would say is, why did you overplay it so much?
Because I really enjoyed it. The only part I didn't enjoy was when you had to do the bow thing and then you had to do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Yes.
really enjoyed this game.
You really enjoyed it.
Yep. It was one of them games you could just lie and relax and lie in bed and just play away, and then next minute it's like 5 hours later.
Yeah. Barry, what about yourself?
Yep, I thoroughly enjoyed this installment in the franchise, and I think probably like Kelly, I think I've now played through it on a couple of different platforms as well. But I have to be honest, I don't actually think it stopped me jumping back in and playing it again because it's so good.
Okay, I'm going to say something here, and I'm probably going to get corrected here. Actually, I can cheat. I'm going to cheat the win. Cheat the win, so I don't look like a fool. And I was going to look like a fool if I said that, so that is good. Whew, that's a relief for me. I thoroughly enjoy Rise of the Tomb Raider. I think it is the best of the new trilogy. I know people will maybe disagree with that, but for me, it had the right mix between the action and adventure and the story. And I just really enjoy that game. Barry, which one do you think's the best in the new trilogy? And they're all on GFN. And Shadow of the Tomb Raider has RTX as well. I thought this one had RTX. It's only Shadow had RTX.
I'm at the opposite end of the trilogy to you. As much as I enjoyed each of them, for me, I really enjoyed the way they pulled the kind of the story and everything together in Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So the third one is the best one for me.
For me, that's the weakest one from the third. Kelly, what about you? Which Tomb Raiders were the best? And what one did you think was the best?
The Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Okay, which one do you think was second?
I don't know the names of them all.
Did you like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which was the latest one, or the first one?
The first one was better. I thought the first one was better.
I've been outvoted on that one.
No. Yeah, but it's all good fun to actually discuss this. I was meant to do a video this week, but I think you can realize why we couldn't actually get this video done. I want to get this one talked about anyway. There is a Halloween sale on GFN, and there is some pretty good games here. And you can also I'll actually click onto this first anyway, just to show, because we talked about this last week. You can get a coupon to get £10 off, but you have to spend over $15
Yep.
or so, which you can use on top of the sale prices. So, for example, World War C is on GFN.
Yeah, it was added a couple of weeks ago.
You will be able to, instead of paying 25 there, you'll be able to pick that up for 15. There is quite a number of games on sale here on the Epic Games Store. And I'll do a quick plug. If you Epic Games Store, if you put down Cloudy Games as the creator, we get a bit of money, which actually helps us to get me like a camera maybe and stuff like that. So things don't fall about. But yeah, there is an absolute ton of games available here which are on GFN. This game here, Industria, I've been playing a bit of that, thank you Barry, and it is well worth having a look at. There is quite a number of games here, and I do want to try and get this video done where I can actually highlight a number of games you may be able to pick up relatively not that much. There's a good selection here.
Yeah, there is. I kind of went through I found myself going over the list kind of easily, a number of times trying to decide which game I wanted to pick up, which game I was going to specifically use my coupon on. And in the end, I decided on Disco Elysium, the final cut. And I actually picked that up for £9.24, which I thought was an absolute bargain.
There's that Road 96, which has been talked about a lot as well. I don't like how the Epic Game Store does this. And this isn't us just bigging up the Epic Game Store. We talk about the Epic Game Store all the time here. We say, go and, that's the one I'm thinking of, to tell you the truth. I know it's early access.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there is so many games here which you can pick up, and on the first page there, if you have not picked up The Witcher 3, pick up The Witcher 3 for £7. Oh, go for flip's sake!
Oh dear!
Oh my goodness!
You got a wee bit of blue tack money, Duncan.
Yeah. Basically, I feel really bad talking about any money that comes in, it gets distributed to pay for bits and bobs and get things for everybody and pay for running costs and such like. So anything at all it is really, really appreciated, and I really feel bad and that sort of stuff. It's move on, stop me digging. But there is an absolute ton of games to go there. I will try and get a video up just highlighting some of what I feel are worth doing. And this week's 3 games are, again, that's another game I'm thinking of there, Ford Train. It's among the sleep.
It's not on GFN.
Yeah, but I would definitely still pick that up. And next week it is Dark, the Complete Edition. Okay, so do you think that's enough Epic Game Store stuff there?
I think that's covered those little bits.
Okay. This is a game that Kelly was talking about a couple of weeks ago, which actually had her intrigued. It's not actually out today, it's out tomorrow. And it is Sword and Fairy 7. I think you like the art style of this, Kelly?
Yeah, if I think it's the right one that I'm thinking that, if I remember. Oh yes, it is. I like this one.
Yes, you want to give this one a bit of a go. You
Yep.
like the art style, and you think you could get into this?
Yep. How much
But-
is it?
Wait, I don't think we've got a prices yet. It comes available tomorrow.
Okay.
Apparently, it's like Cyberpunk. That's just a joke there. That is just a joke. It's Kelly. Kelly's not a fan of Cyberpunk.
Hate Cyberpunk.
Yes, it's just what I'm saying. It's like there. Barry, what about yourself?
I mean, you've got to appreciate the way that it looks. I don't necessarily think that it would be one that I'd jump in straight away on. It'd probably be one that I'd wait for a sale, particularly with it being out tomorrow. But then again, it depends what price it's coming out at. But I think if it's one that Kelly's going to play, I'm sure I can ask for Kelly's opinion if she picks it up at some point. And
I will even stream it if I get it.
Okay.
there we go.
Cool.
Even better.
Oh, my things aren't working here. I'm hitting buttons here. We don't like the hidden buttons, sure we don't.
Oh dear. You just got to promise Kelly to do better at showcasing this than I did at showcasing Crisis last week, because I really struggled to get back into Crisis after having not played it for so long.
Oh, I have to play that game. That one looks really good.
It was brilliant. When I went back to play it again in another sitting, I'd kind of felt more more to grips with it again, and it was definitely better.
Yeah. Okay, we will move on to the next game, which is The Forgotten City, which came out earlier this year on the 20th of July. It is a Adventure Time travel exploration game, and
It's
It
a
is
Duncan game.
yes, it's a Duncan game. It's a Duncan game, and not only that, it's getting
It's like
overwhelming.
Cyberpunk.
It's like Cyberpunk. It's just like Cyberpunk. Can anybody tell me how this is like Cyberpunk?
This is going to be the new set. It's like Cyberpunk.
Yes.
It's a new meme.
New meme.
Look, it says similar to Cyberpunk.
Yes, I know. Oh my goodness. This just looks awesome. This looks completely and utterly up my alley. I have put it on my wish list.
It does look really good. It's probably worth mentioning if you haven't used a £10 coupon. I think it's also on Epic.
It's also on Epic. Oh my goodness, this is really tempting me. This, I love the Roman times and things like that, and this just looks. I know it's not basically Roman, but you know what I mean. Set there. I think this just looks pretty decent. Steam achievements. They've got like DLCs, and it's got
Trading cards.
nope, no trading cards.
The music thing.
Soundtrack.
It's got the soundtrack. Soundtrack is there.
It's $15.59 on the Epic Store, Duncan.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Yes, I'm gonna have a look at that. But yeah, and looks like it's about 10 hours on it as well. So it looks like it's really good. I don't want to read anymore because apparently there's spoilers and stuff there. So that this looks like this could be the sleeper of maybe the week. I think I'm into it. Barry is into it. Kelly? Yeah. No, but it's got bow and arrow. Why did it have to have a bow and arrow?
Because it didn't want me to play it.
Yes.
Dear. It turns into gold though, Kelly.
No.
No, not selling it?
No.
Okay,
No.
it was worth a shot.
There we go. Mary Christer has said that this is a mob from Oblivion and Skyrim. So, yeah. This is going on my list, and I may have a look at the Epic Game Store to maybe have a look at it. For me, this is the sleeper of the week, without going in without knowing. That doesn't mean that the new one isn't the bigger sort of shocking, but when I'm talking about something which is we've just discovered as we have been going through the games of the week. The next one is Legends of the Keepers. Yes, there's the Epic Game Store version. £15, £10 off. Doesn't have achievements on here. No, it doesn't have it doesn't have stick achievements yet. Oh, get away! Legend of the Keepers. It's on Steam and the Epic Games Store.
I think Polaris is trying to get us back. You know how he says he comes and watches our show and he ends up spending money out of his wallet on games? He keeps putting games in the chat that are on sale.
Yes, he is trying to get us back. Polaris Vampire. I had we'll call it a stream of Vampire a couple of weeks ago, and it plays phenomenally well on GFN. It was playing really well. I recommend it. If it's a nice, good price point, it is worth picking up. It had me really intrigued, and I wanted to get back into it, but I've just been busy with other stuff and Slay the Spire. But we don't mention Slay the Spire. We're not allowed to mention Slay the Spire. Sure, we're not.
No.
Oh my goodness! This wasn't actually done on purpose.
You're not allowed to Slay the Spire at all. It's hard.
Oh dear.
Skip.
Why are you skipping this game?
Slay the Spire.
It's just said it's like Slay the Spire.
Exactly. You play that game too much, so then you'll play this game too much.
There is nothing wrong with Slay the Spire.
See the music in it? It's so annoying.
The music's absolutely outstanding.
You should have seen the smile on his face the other day when I said to him, "You'll never guess what I played."
And you played Slay the Spire.
Because I played Slay the Spire for the first time. Because I thought, do you know what? He talks about these games so much. I'm going to jump into it and see what it's like. And
But, like-
30 minutes later, on one run, I was still going.
Yeah, and the music's so annoying because, like, see when you're laying in bed trying to sleep and all you hear is that stupid music.
The music's brilliant.
No. Banning it from the room. It's banned.
There we go. You've got a big fan, Kelly.
Yay!
Anyway, Legends of the Keepers. I'm not actually sure in this game. Believe it or not. For me, it would have to be a big, deep sail. I don't even think I would play it that much. If I was going to play something like this by just looking at it, I'm just seeing if it's. It's not on GFN. It just reminds me a bit of the Darkest Dungeon. Something along those lines, but not one for me. Barry?
No, not one for me. It's not one that like kind of instantly jumps off, and I don't look at it and think I need to play this. So it's certainly, if I was to pick it up, it would most definitely be wait for a sale. But there's so many things that I want to play at the moment that it just doesn't feature kind of that high up in the priority list.
Yes. Okay, Kelly?
I think Polaris's comments really funny. Yes, I'm supposed to talk about that game, but that's like the biggest one nonsense. Polaris's way.
We're trying to be diplomatic, and there Kelly just comes out and says this is the biggest load of nonsense. I think if you like this sort of game, you probably will play it a fair bit. Kelly reminds me of my fiance. She makes sure I know full well know that I can be a real pain in the butt with stuff. I do, and she's the boss. Goat, yes, this was on Stadia Pro, so it was. I don't really want to get into Stadia sort of stuff on this sort of show.
You can do that tomorrow at the roundup.
Yes, we're
There
doing
you
we did say this, didn't we? We did agree on this. We're doing Friday's roundup tomorrow. I think we may have a bit of a discussion about the state of stuff and where things are going, because I think it's sort of oh no, but not to that extent. I'm just going to be talking very generally. We're not going to be going nuts about things here. It will be just very, very general. Barry does not have to join, so
No, I'll be there.
Why does Barry not have to join?
I think Barry was a bit worried.
No. It was all tongue in cheek, joking, just hiding.
Am I allowed to join?
No.
That's just mean of you.
I know, but we will move on. We'll move on to the next game here. But Legends of the Keepers, not one for me. The next game is the game of the week, which everybody will be talking about. It is
Bar Kelly.
It is a new word from Amazon Games. Okay, we are going to touch on slightly this because the cowboy brought it up. We will just talk about it slightly. Again, we'll go into more detail tomorrow. New World is arguably the biggest game of the month or so. Over the last month or so, it is absolutely blowing up on Steam. It had nearly 1 million concurrent players when in the first week. It is not. It's only down to like 500,000 now. So there is still people playing this. It is in the top 10 games on Steam, and people are really, really enjoying the game. Remember I said about the other MMORPG, it got very negative reviews. New Words were like that, and have now moved on to mostly positive. The new games, especially MMO ones, usually get hammered the first couple of weeks, then things sort of level out, and we're starting to see this.
What's MMO?
It's one day from my head. It basically means you're in a big, massive multiplayer online role-playing game.
Okay.
It means there's lots of people in the same server as you. A lot more than will be in Fortnite. It's like thousands of players are all on that server, and you're all sort of working together.
Can you so you can go around shooting people in the head and all?
Yes.
Okay.
And you can defend your bits and bobs. Everybody seems to be really, really enjoying this game. I think they do need to do some work with it, but it is still early days, and it's probably in a good state for where it is. And because it's one of these types, it is going to constantly evolve. So, Barry, what's your take on this?
I was kind of... I had an anticipation for New World, but I was kind of teetering on the edge of, do I actually want to dive in and kind of play it? And I have to, if I'm honest, the fact that it's now come to cloud and I don't have to necessarily play it locally has kind of been the thing that's tipped me over the edge. And it's like, yes, I want in, I want to play it.
Kelly, what about yourself?
Well, if you buy it, I will try it. There you go.
There we go. I do want to play this, and I don't want to play this.
Why do you not want to play it?
Because I think you could lose years of your life to it.
You've just lost years to Slay the Spire, so what's the difference?
Slay the Spire is a good game, and you can only jump in. You can jump in and out in an hour. You can do one run a day. And...
Oh no, I have seen you sitting that Slay the Spire for like forever. So no, there's not like you can jump in for an hour.
Shut up. But yes, you can. You can jump in for an hour. I am sticking with this. Does this work with the Steam controller? There probably is some settings for the Steam controller. I know there is mod support for a controller setup in this, so I don't know what's going on. And like I said, I would not duck from the Carry Boys question. What do we think this means for Luna very, very quickly? Is this the death of Luna?
This will give Luna more money.
Because it's on Amazon, and you
Yep.
think they're just expanding out?
Yep.
Barry, do you want the answer or not answer?
No, I think it's from a business decision. We talk about gaming and the games industry being a business. They first and foremost want to make money, and if they, although it makes sense for it because it's an Amazon game studio to be part of the sub, I don't think they're quite ready for it yet within the first few weeks. And of course, as we know, controller support for the game isn't here yet as such, but it is something they have openly said that they are working on and would arrive after launch. So I don't think it's great. I will be honest. I don't think it's great that from Luna's perspective that's where it is, but I understand the decision and the route that they've taken because it's good business to be able to capture it.
Yes, I do not think this is a good look for Luna either. This should have been on Luna before anywhere else, and I think no matter how you sort of try to butter this up, this is not a good look for Luna. In my opinion, I think this should have been there first and maybe go to GFN later. On the flip side, this is absolutely amazing news for GFN. I don't think you can get this. This is a signal of strength towards GFN and where they are. They must be showing the data here that we're here to play and we're here to bring the big games. I don't think this coming cannot be understated. I've said understated too much tonight. I don't like saying words too much because this is an Amazon game who have got a cloud service going to Nvidia, which is a cloud service. I think Nvidia must be showing some real strong data. They start to get New World pulled across here, and this can only be a good thing for GFN down the line. We've seen EA a couple of weeks ago. We've got New World. I think with the statements from a couple of months ago, it's like, who's next? And I think expectations are getting are rising for GFN. My hope is that they can hit the demand or continue to hit the demand or I can't speak here. that the engineers over at NVIDIA can bring the amount of games that want to come onto the platform, because I think demand is going to I can't say. I think everybody knows what I'm trying to say. Demand is going to outslip supply, and I just hope if GFN is really kicking off here to get more people there, so we can get more games pushed across. Because for people who don't know, you can check how many games want to come to GFN on Steam. They've signed the box, they've ticked the box. We're 2,500, and there's only 1,000 games on GFN. There is a massive backlog of games that want to come to GFN. GFN might be saying no for reasons at their end, but the demand to bring the games to GFN is growing and growing all the time. And moves like this are going to absolutely raise eyebrows and bring more possible to it.
I think so, and I think that is, I think credit where credit is due. A lot of the hard work and getting the subscriber base and the upgrades and everything that they've done to be able to go and negotiate to get this onto the platform, I think is brilliant. I think it's, and as much as I say it's about to negotiate to get it onto the platform, I also don't necessarily think it's a one-sided thing either. I think that is a mutual desire to have the game on the platform, which does speak volumes.
It does indeed. We've got a question from Polaris. Who do you think is coming back on board, and where do we go from here with GFN? I'm going to go bold, and it's not really bold. I think I'm hoping we're going to see a bigger commitment from Squeenix. And we're going to maybe get something else going on there. I thought we were meant to talk about this, weren't we? That's good, I said that. Just because of the wording on the Guardians of the Galaxy flyer, which went out their marketing material, because it said on our cloud gaming platform when they were talking about GeForce NOW. So I'm hoping we're going to get some Square Enix games come back. Could you imagine Final Fantasy 14? I know somebody who would really like Final Fantasy 14 coming to GFN, who will remain nameless.
Yes, definitely.
But I would like to see Squeenix come back there, drop the Final Fantasies, drop the rest of their back catalogue. I think that could be really good. Kelly, is there any publisher or games you would like to see come to GFN? I know what you're going to say before you even say it.
Like what?
No, I'm not going to say that.
Who makes Halo?
There we go. That's what I was going to go for. You want like Microsoft?
Why couldn't Microsoft be on it, and then would have Halo on GFN, and then have it other places to play?
Again, we don't know what will happen. Do we think GFN would be happy to have Game Pass and do some sort of team up? This is the question marks. I think there'll be lots of red tape and things like that in regards to that.
All I have to do is bring Halo over, and I'll be happy.
Bring Halo, you'll be happy.
Yep.
Barry.
I'm going to go with the other one that you haven't mentioned so far, and I'm also going to put some logic to it as well. But I think the next one that we see return to GeForce Now is going to be in the shape of 2K and Take-Two, because I think they're going to want to get Borderlands onto the platform ready in time for Tiny Tina's Wonderland next year.
That's actually a good shout there. Interesting. We are going to be living in fun times here. But this move, a lot of people may not think an eye about you were going on to GFN because it may be not on their radar, but this is absolutely huge. And industry insiders and industry people will be going, what's going on here? So there we go. And I agree with Colm's point here, that the upgrade will bring a lot more games that were, yeah, basically that. Just what I remember, speaking of Squeenix, we will be giving away a copy of Guardians of the Galaxy this time next week on GFN On, and it's going to be for GFN, obviously, and that is only going to be for channel members. So if you want to enter, you can become a channel member, and you can be entered into the draw for that, and that'll be next week.
I hope I win.
Of course you can win. Do we know that GFN and they are looking into the Origin fix? They are looking into that. We can say that quite easily. They are aware of it, and they are working on it. Just again, I want people. Again, I would like to know what people would like to see. What games they're looking to try with the 3080 series, and what games you would want to see in the 3080 series, just to see. I think there's a couple of easy ones, like I know what I would be saying, but let's see what everybody else says. We're now on to Town Skipper. I know, I've just realised that has been put back 5 days.
Well, at least it's only 5 days and not 10 days.
5 days. It's August, isn't it?
Oh, what am I doing? Am I half asleep here? I'm thinking we're still in August. I'm looking at the wrong screen. And we're 26th of August this was released, and I'm thinking it's, oh my goodness, it's been a long week. I think I need to go to sleep. This is £4.79. This is a building game, and bang, it is on my wish list.
How big is this wish list of yours?
You don't want to see how big the wish list is.
Don't ask.
The reason that I know people go, you're wish listing something which is £4.79.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's only like a fiver.
Yes, this game will be a couple of quid, so it will during the sale.
Like 150.
Yeah, something like that. I know that's arguing over the small amount, but it's the principle of the thing.
It's like under a fiver. Come on.
It's the principle of the thing.
Jeez. The fiver.
Shut up. So, Kelly, you going to get this game?
No.
I thought you were going to say yes because it was only a fiver.
No.
Yes.
Why would I want to spend a fiver on it when, like, I wouldn't even play it?
Yeah. It's. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Barry.
I'm probably going to surprise you here, but I actually think that this looks really interesting. I kind of like the look of it. I like what they seem to have done with it. So it would certainly be one that I would pick up, but I'll put it to the wish list because, as I say, I've got a gaming order of preference and a backlog like everybody else.
Fiver.
Yeah, but I'm not going to pick it up now, so.
Fiver.
Yeah. Polaris, that game I've been playing is called Factoryment or something, or Builderment. Builderment, that's what it's called. Here's the game which I want to get at some stage. As you can see, it is on my wish list. It is something like that, but a much more advanced version, and it is available on GFN. This is on a much grander scale, and I think people will see why I would like it. You build up your own massive factory.
This is what you've been doing every day.
No. This is more like a more fleshed out version of the game. It's on my own channel, which we don't talk about. But this is where you build up your ore, and you build up. You can see what. This would do people's head. Yeah, I think this is what a game which would either do your complete and utter not out, nothing, or you would absolutely adore it. And as you can see, you start building these things. You have to bring all the different pieces in.
Is that Stupid Wii game you've been playing on your mobile?
This is the bigger version of it. This is like the big, massive, fleshed out version of it.
But what I'm saying is, it's like the Wii game you've been playing on your mobile. You've been glued to your mobile and playing this Stupid Wii game for hours on end.
Don't give away my secrets. Yes, but yes.
You need help.
But this game is what I'm really, really interested in. So, Polaris, yes, that is why I'm a bit tired today, because I was up late and up early this morning. I was
I
burning
gave you a coffee this morning, so you have no excuse.
yeah, so that is no excuses for me. So, going back to the news of today, what game would you be looking forward to trying in with this new spec? Barry.
Specifically from today's list of games.
No, just generally 3080. You've got a 3080, and you can go and play some games on it on GFN. What would you choose?
I've got two that there would be two that I would instantly go to, and the first one's already been mentioned in the chat, and it's Cyberpunk. Sorry, Kelly. And then the second one, purely because obviously we've had Cyberpunk for kind of over a year now. The second one that I'd actually want to fire up is the one that's coming out next week in Guardians of the Galaxy, because that of course is going to have RTX. So
yes, it's Kelly, is there any games you would want to try with the big fancy graphics?
Life is Strange True Colors.
That with any other games?
Nope.
No. Okay, that was brief, wasn't it?
You're only getting at least you get this is what it is and that's it.
Yes, I will list a couple of games I would.
Now when he says a couple, he means 5 or 6 or maybe 10.
Okay. Yes. Colin's gone
that's
for
a good show.
Yes. I was cheating here. I was bringing up a list here. The obvious ones straight out from the bat. You have Cyberpunk. You may not like the game. You may think it's the stupidest game in the world, but I think that is a game which was made for RTX, and I think you would have to give that a bit of a whirl. Another game I would want to give a go would be Far Cry 6, just to see what that would play like. I would then jump back and play some Tomb Raider, again another RTX game. It's, as you can see, there's a running theme with RTX here. I would give that a go. Similarly with Watch Dogs. The last one would be a game I want to play and I haven't as yet, and Ghost Runner. And which is another. Can you guess?
I'm shocked you haven't put Fortnite on your list. Because you're playing you're paying for Fortnite and you haven't even been playing it.
Yes,
I know.
Shut up. Fortnite would actually be one of the games I would want to see tested because of the 120 FPS, to see what that is like on it, see if that actually makes a big difference, because that is something what we could see. A lot of Fortnite players, we'll call them wannabe professionals, would be wanting to get into the 120 FPS sort of mode to actually play the game at a decent sort of level. That's another great shout there by Colin for Valhalla. Crisis Remastered. There's just so many games you can set off and list what would be great to actually play with this. This is just a real exciting time. I said it earlier and I'll say it again. When you get access to it, if you actually go for it, a lot of these older games are going to be like remasters when you actually up them to the 1440p ultra everything and the higher frame rates. If your monitor supports them, it is going to blow people's minds, I think, what this is actually going to do. And I don't think people realize how big the difference is and how big this jump is going to be.
Yeah, I think you are right. I think when people actually start getting it kind of in their hands, so to speak, and they're actually able to experience it, I definitely think it's going to have a big impact. And I think that's one of the things that I'm kind of most excited for, whilst obviously, everything we've spoken about today is hugely exciting. That kind of thing to look forward to is actually being able to experience it yourself and then kind of go, wow.
Yes, we won't tell anybody. I'm going to ask Barry to get organised to put on the video.
Yes. I knew that.
Yes, I knew that. So we'll just fill for Barry here as we're going through this. Kelly, I think that could be actually a good game for you to test. If and when we get this Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels would be a good game to have a bit of a test.
But I need more people to play it with.
Yes,
Because being able to get first place all the time is quite boring.
First place all the time, when you're
playing on your own and you're getting the computer, you get first place all the time.
Ruben, thank you for joining us, and you know our thoughts over you at this moment in time. And if you need anything, just reach out to me, Barry or Kelly. I know you speak to Barry a fair bit, so I'm just going to throw Barry's name out there, and I don't think he will mind that at all. So if you need anything, just give us a shout. But Hot Wheels, I think could be good crack.
What about Rage 2?
Rage 2 is not on GFM.
But it's on Epic.
Yes, but it's not all the games on Epic are on GFM.
What's a bit like crap?
Oh dear. Yes, there is. Okay, the reason why Rage 2 isn't on GFM is because they are now the people who made that game are now owned by
probably Microsoft.
That is the correct answer. Things like
right,
that.
so what you're saying is we're going to have words with Microsoft.
Exactly. You have to get.
Right,
you have to go down and shout at Microsoft. Okay. So Battlefield. Let's hope Battlefield's coming.
Oh yes, fingers crossed for that one.
Yep. Thank you all for joining. We have a video here which is going to be on our YouTube channel straight after here. These are all the free-to-play games. Shut up! We're not meant. Why do you have to do that?
I had to give the honest answer.
These are all the games which were on GFN up until yesterday, which are free to play. Yes. And there is 94 free to play games on GFN. I know a lot of people have been talking, the money aspect is being talked about. I hope you can see with our show tonight that you can actually pick up a load of games for cheaper on the PC platform, which you can play on GFN. You've got your Epic free games, you've got your bundles, you've got your sales. You can pick some AAA games up for next to nothing, £7 for The Witcher 3, the Game of the Year edition, which will give you 100 hours worth of content to go and play. GFN is in an absolutely brilliant place, and if you sit there and look at the wider picture where they're going, what you can actually do with the platform, I think your eyes will be open to what is actually available. So here we go, 94 free-to-play games. You can go and play these tonight on GFM without dropping a penny at all. So thank you all for joining, and we will be back again same time next week where I'll get slagged off yet again.
And I should clarify, when we say it's a quick look at the free-to-play games, this is a 4-minute 94 game montage.
I can tell you, it's every game gets 3 seconds.
There you go.
So thank you all for watching. I'll let Barry do this, right? I don't want to break things.
Typical.
Yes. Oh, I will take us off here.
Go on, then.
Bang, bang, bang. No! It's me.